everybody, what's happening? I am Captain Tommy Scoville, and you are on the lifeboat. How are you? Watch very carefully. Sorry. I am home, people. A little punchy. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a long road trip. I'm happy to be back. Just a little roll call. Danny Mitchell, what's happening? Crazy Brumfeld. Egrid's good to see you. Egrid, sorry. Kelly, Mile High Hokey. Hey, SPTV Type 2 Warrior. Good to see you. Debbie P. Anik Alexander, my friend. Ann Hummingbird. Great to see you. Just Pauline. Debbie Gibby. My other's keeper. I'm glad I'm home safely. Thank you. Vixen, good to see you. Miss Dragon. Yes, use the watch to sleep is a heck of an idea. Miss Dragon's smart. Janet G. Franklin MC. Hey. Carrie Ann. Hey, Carrie Ann. Hey, Mara. How are you? Cat's Eyes. Jen Marie. Present. Says Cricket. The Weird Aunt. Love the Weird Aunt. Sweet Liberty. DNV 1983. Good to see a hippie chick. Hippie chick. T. Louise G. And I think we're pretty much around. Don Gloves. Hello. Kelly Gerling. Good to see you. And Patty Ann. You loved the videos from the convention. You know what? It was fun. Squirrel was so happy to see me. Squirrel absolutely came. Is it Anik or Ann Ick? I say Anik, so you all must say Anik as well. I don't know if I'm right or not, but Anik is one of my favorite people. Hey, Steph N, good to see you. Hey, Kelly. Hannah the Blind, Kitty, Iced Autumn, Janet G. Thank you for going on the road trip with me, people. Thank you for going and checking out Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the Fiery Food Festival. I'll tell you what, I had a ball, man. I really did. I had a great time. Where's Tommy? That's a good question. I will be looking for him. If I come across him in the near future, I will let everybody know. If I do not, but Johnny, my other Scoville brother, is in the other room, and we dropped Spanx Calhoun off. Getting ready for bed, but stopping in to share love. I love that. I love that. Thank you, Scooby Lee. You know what? My mom does it every day, Janet G. I'm not upset at you. My mom does it every single day. I am so used to this. It's when you start calling me Squirrel that we'll have issues. But the all of the names of the Scoville boys are all interchangeable at this point. I think everybody does this. I was telling everybody, man, the number of people tomorrow morning who are going to go into work and say, I got a picture with the Johnny Scoville, and they're going to bust out their phones and they're going to show people the screenshots, and people are going to go, hey, man, that's not Johnny Scoville. Yeah, it is. No, I promise you it's not, man. That's not Johnny Scoville. Patty Collins, fun at the convention. Enjoyed. I'll be headed to Tucson 1st of April to see the grandkids. Awesome. Awesome. The convention was a great time. It was awesome to see people. We ran into some lifeboat crews, which was awesome. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to start doing this stuff, people. You know why? Because we're at 20,000. We're a YouTube channel now. You know that? Like, no joke. We're a YouTube channel. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, other than the fact that there's a lot of really cool people here, and that this connection stuff is about as real as it gets. This morning was a really great example of kind of the lifeboat in at work. I had a really good morning. If you missed my morning video, maybe that's a good thing. How many peppers did I eat? I'll be honest, I did not eat a pepper. How about that? I truthfully did not eat a pepper. However, I ate a million hot sauces. I tried a million hot sauces. I tried a million products that all were hot. But since we're a little out of pepper season, I didn't have to eat any pods. I will be eating plenty of pods coming up here shortly, though, because we're getting into pod season here. How far off are we, man?
Close.
You don't know how my brother does it. I don't either. We'll ask him. Hey, Johnny, how do you do it?
It's all done with smoke and mirrors.
It's smoke and mirrors.
I have a couple of good stuntmen that are willing to lean into the pitch for me.
I'm not one of them, by the way. Apparently, I don't look enough like him. Lifeboat, I'm hoping you're stocked up on Desitin. Really a good idea to always be stocked up on a little
Hi,
Desitin.
Jen
And keep it in the refrigerator or freezer.
But it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy getting out? It's been a while since you've been out in the wild, hasn't it?
That was the first show I've been to, and yeah, it's been a minute. That was a weird one, big one.
Yeah, that's a really big show. There was a lot of people. Hashmark was very cute. Yeah, the dog. Hashmark is absolutely incredible. And
somebody just said hi to me.
Hi, Johnny.
Hi, Barb.
That was Barbie, yeah.
Hi, hippie chick. Hi, Iced Autumn. Hi, Anik.
Hello, Janet
everybody.
G says, I missed squirrel. You know what? We did too. Johnny's tanner. Captain needs a bit of the sun. Do you know what? No, here's the thing. Okay, so it's come out, right? I came clean. He's doing the spray tan stuff. He is. It's a fake tan.
I'm sitting on
It's
a
fake
bike.
and bake.
I'm sitting on a bike every day.
He's a liar. If you haven't seen it yourself, then you just heard it, right? Have you been over to his channel? Okay, then you don't know.
I think they may have seen it.
Some of you may have gone over there and actually seen it.
Look at that, Jen Marie. Tommy hides
Look
in his
at this.
office. Johnny shoots outside.
I don't know who said that, but Jen Marie, shame on you. I don't know how anybody confuses the two of you. I think you look completely different. That's what Mama Scoville says.
There are people that are going to get home and say, I got this great picture of me and Johnny Scoville.
That's what I was just telling them.
I did.
There's so many people that are gonna, because what are you gonna say when someone comes up and goes, "Oh man, can I get a picture with you?" I'm gonna go, I'm not the guy that you want to get the picture with. Like, that's just gonna bum them out. Or if I go, "Oh, I think you want my brother," it's just easier to go, "Oh, sure, yeah, I would love that." Mommy of Dragons. I'm sorry that it's been a tough day. You know what? How about some thoughts and prayers? I'll be honest with you. It hasn't been
love you guys. Thanks for
Johnny.
All the love. You guys are amazing.
I'm going to wrap this up here shortly because you and I haven't even helped Johnny do the unloading of the car and doing all of that stuff. So I have identical twin daughters. They look completely different to me. Yeah, I've heard mothers say that all the time. That what have we got here? Did you miss the crew? Is that what it is? Or did you forget? Squirrel's in here, but she's awfully angry at me. So she's like, I'm going to pay. Oh, don't eat that. Don't eat that. That's not nice. Come here. Squirrel wanted to eat something that Johnny had been given as a gift. Oh, look at what I found. Eat that, you good girl. What a good kitty. And she knows that if I'm talking nonstop while she's in the basket, the chances are I'm at work. So, oh, she's kicking stuff over. I'm telling you, she's not in a good mood. She is a very, very unhappy pussycat. When I pulled the car in the garage, started making it all kinds of, I'm sorry. Oh, bamboo shoots. I dig bamboo shoots. For a second there, I thought you were describing drugs, and it had me a little bit concerned. No, I'm a fan of bamboo shoots. Good night, SD Cat Lover. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. I really do. Home to Kitty. It is. I'll tell you something. I really do miss the cat viciously when I'm on the road. I could never, ever do the public speaking thing again. I would have to take Squirrel with me. I really would. She would just not. She would not like it at all if I did the public speaking thing. Look what I got here. Look at this. It's the Squirrel Cam, and she is back in the saddle, preoccupied with Johnny. She, as I said, she is pretty fond of the both of us. So she's been kind of running back and forth between the two of us and just being incredibly spoiled. This cat loves human contact, like very few animals I've ever met. She just really loves being messed with at all times. Sadly, that also includes about 3:00 in the morning.
Oh, she chills out tonight. She's not just too sweet for home and makes noise.
Inappropriate heifer. How are you? I'm so glad that you're here. You know, there's two of us, right? Have you met Hef? Hey, Hef, this is my brother, Johnny Scoville. Johnny, inappropriate heifer.
I know inappropriate heifer. Why would you think I didn't know her?
What's that? Oh, I wasn't sure.
It's great.
Hey, Snotface. Screaming that you're doing horribly is not such a bad thing. However, if I may make a suggestion, and it is just a suggestion, I find that when I am beginning uh, to to lose it, and this is something that I deal with more than anybody alive. I have a very short fuse. I struggle with this. This is something that I've talked about a lot, but I have a very very short fuse. And as I feel myself starting to lose it, if I don't communicate, if I don't do what you're doing right now, if I don't work through what is bothering me, it'll eat me alive. And the way I do that's not, I mean, what you're doing right now is a great start. The finish up, though, for me is always done, always in the journal. Everything that you do always ends up finished up in that journal. That is you and your ability to say what no one else can hear. I have 3 fantastic individuals that I talk to every single week to help with my mental stability. They're professionals. It's what they do for a living. And there are 3 of them that I talk to every single week. However, I have found that there are things that the only person I'm going to talk to and be completely 100% open and honest with is my journal. Because I'm not, it's different for me when I'm talking to myself, right? It's really different when I'm talking to myself. And it's different for you too, I promise. No matter how much we want to be completely honest working with somebody or talking to somebody, no matter how much we want to do that, we can't, because we have an image we want in our head of what we want people to think of us. I came out this morning and I opened up and I talked about some things that were really upsetting me. And when it was over, I wasn't upset that I had shared. I was embarrassed that I had shared, because it's embarrassing, right? You open up in front of people and it's an embarrassing thing to do. It's difficult. It's hard. When you open up to the notebook, when you open up to the journal, it's different, but it's the exact same. That has been my best friend. The journal has been as good to me, if not better to me, than Q has. Right? I mean, that journal there's probably 50 of them in this house. Like, I go through them. I really, really go through them. You know what, Miss Dragon? You do that exactly that. You journal every day. You just don't do it the same way. But you journal constantly. I've watched them all. I've watched a lot of them more than once. You absolutely journal. A lot of what I'm doing right here is video journaling, right? I come here and I talk about what happened during the day. I talk about things that are bummed out. I know it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Kim is Boo. What it is this Yohari's box, right? It's the fact that I'm a dude, right? And as a dude, there's a whole host of things that you know, box. We don't cry. We're tough. We stand up for people, right? All the stuff that makes a guy, right? But when we start opening up, or we start really talking about something that's hurting inside, and we begin to open up to a counselor or to somebody in group or whatever, that box is always somewhere in the back of my mind. So when I start trying to really open up and I say, you know what, I'm hurting about this, right? This is something I'm really hurting about. That thing in the back of your head goes, hey man, you're not looking cool anymore, right? You're not looking strong. You're not looking confident. You're not putting out the vibe that you want people to think about you. Audio journaling, people, the idea is that we get this out of here and on to something. I just saw something really, that was a bummer. Miss D. Hi, I received a new diagnosis on Friday, and it is a lot to wrap my brain around. You do not have to share with us what that is, but this is something that I can relate to in a very big way. Sadly, I've gone through this in my life. I think most of us have, and most of us who are getting of a specific age start to realize that diagnoses come quicker and quicker. Once again, I hate that this is going to sound like I'm doing a 20-minute tutorial about journaling, but once again, put a pen to paper. put a pen to paper. Let it flow. I'm telling you, let it flow. And the fact that you're here and the fact that you're talking about it is a really, really good sign. It really is. My cat has been stolen by the sound of a bag that she assumes is something really fantastic. I love you all. Everything will sound like excuses. Part of my issue is that I don't have time right now. I don't have time to take care of myself. I need this deployment to be over. I just need time. You know what? It's not. I happen to know that you don't have a lot of time. You have a very, very full plate, and you have a very full plate if you were doing it with your man there and a full time assistant. You would have a full plate. Doing it with your guy on deployment and you alone, and while fighting the good fight, I'm proud of you, Snot. I really am. Now, I know you need more time. It's a show, right? But I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was talking about journaling. As a matter of fact, this person needs to make a change in life, and it's like every other change in life, it's going to suck because we don't make changes in life that are fun. Even if they're fun, they're not fun because we don't really dig change, right? Honestly, we're not a group of people that really grew to change. It's not. I'm proud of you for coming here and working through the things that you work through. I really, it's. I think it's something that that's commendable. I'm also a huge fan of the work that you do with the rescues and with animals. You're an amazing person. You know how often we lose sight of that stuff? For real? You're an amazing person. You're doing really amazing things. The earth is a better place because you're in it. Wow. I'm sorry, but there aren't a crap load of people that we can say that about. I wish there were more. A lot we could say about a lot of people on the boat, and that's the truth. We can say it about a lot of people on the boat. But number one, I would really love to apologize to everybody here because I know I can feel right now how badly the boat needs how badly all of you need to be here and to be talking to one another. And I am unfortunately allowing Johnny Scoville to unload a truck along with a really bad guy. Hold on one second, people. Hey, sorry. Yeah, it's not. I want you to journal. And I know you don't have a lot of time, and I know how you journal, and I'm waiting for it. Yeah, you need to do a little journaling. Misha, good to see you. So, Jen, having a bad time? I think a lot of us are. And you know what? A lot of it is because honestly, we get together and we do this twice a day. It's something that we do for our sobriety and for our mental health. We get together. Hello, kitty. It's something that we do for our sobriety and for our mental health. And for that reason, if we start falling out of that schedule, things can get bad. Did Johnny bring home a truckload of Sistroming? No, thank God he did not. What Johnny brought home was a truckload of hot sauce, and I do mean a truckload of hot sauce. Everybody would like Johnny Scoville to try their hot sauce. Everybody would like Johnny to review it. Hey, Snot, I happen to know you're good at journaling. How's that? Don't I? So, yeah, I want you to journal. Yes, you did get your butt kicked on Monday. My mom isn't doing good, and Steve is back in the hospital. Yeah, I spoke to Steve and prayed with Steve earlier. His fever's up. I'm concerned about that as well. If we could get some thoughts and prayers for our brother Steve, who just maintains an attitude that is absolutely amazing. I'm proud to be his friend. Squirrel is such a pretty girl. She really is. She really is. Is she not? What are you looking at with your big pupils? What are you looking at with your big pupils? He's a really good kitty. I'm putting out a 1 for everybody. Snot face putting out for everybody can get you in real trouble. I knew somebody like that in high school. I'm kidding, people. I'm kidding. Vicious is Tommy. Did you just hear how naturally you said my name just then? Beautiful. In just a shade under 3 years. Pretty impressive stuff, huh? Vegemite, the Vegemite is staying there. You know what? You know why the Vegemite is there? So that all of you, all 20,000 of you, will go get 5 friends and force me to eat that. Hey, that old thing has a way of sneaking up on us. You know what I have found recently? I have found that old stuff. I'm not saying it anymore. I really am not. And this came more from you than from me. But I am not going to say it anymore. I spent a great time out today. Jen Marie, you don't have to say anything witty. We just want you here. Sometimes that's enough, eh? Truthfully, one of the things that I found while being out over the course of this and linking up and meeting people. Roscoe's mom says, I had my breast cancer surgery on Thursday. Everything went just as planned. Recovery was smooth. Very much appreciate the thoughts and well wishes. Thank you. You know what? God bless. I could not be happier to hear that, Roscoe's mom. I really could not be any happier to hear that. Very often on the lifeboat, I will have an opportunity to say something like, you know what? A lot of the stuff that I say is wah, 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 so that we all can get together and talk, right? Very often I can be background noise, and the stuff that I talk about may not be all that important and all that. And then something like this gets said, and you know what? This is epic, right? This is important. And man, oh man, am I happy about that. I really am. I'm happy about that. So I got out, people. You know what? We can joke, but Johnny is definitely more tan than me. He spends a lot of time on that bike. He spends a lot of time outside. And I do spend a decent amount of time in this office. But having an opportunity to get out and get into the world, there are things that you realize. And one of the things that you realize is that the world comes in there are a lot more beautiful people in this world than I thought that there were. I mean it. And I got to meet some of them this weekend. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. There's one right there. And these are beautiful people. Beautiful, beautiful people. And having the opportunity to get together and connect with people, it gives you an idea of Red Grizzly Hit Griffin was talking to me before I left today, and he came up and he gave me a big hug. And you know what? He can give you a big hug. That's a cat that can give you a big hug. Rhett's a big dude, and a chili head that scares me. Like, this dude goes after hot stuff way more than I ever have gone after hot stuff. Like, he's savage with it. He really is. He's absolutely savage with it. But as I was leaving, he said, "I just want you to know that that what you're doing on that channel, it's changing people's lives. You know what you're doing on that channel, no lie, is a really really important thing." And you know what? He's right. He's right. What's going on here is important. It's not. It's not just a the YouTube channel. It's so far from just a YouTube channel. I would love to spend another. Ripple, yeah. The illusion they want you to believe is we don't get along. Then we actually get along great. Togetherness is feared by higher ups. Boy, there is truth to that. You know, there really is. There is a lot of truth to that. And I've talked about it at every level, right? It's the same action in prison. They really do not want they do really do not want all of us getting along. I think that scares them. Is that a real cat? Let's see. Nope. Last I checked, she is almost real. What do you think? You real? Who's a good kitty? Huh? Who's a good kitty? Yes, she's very much real. This is the love of my life. This is Squirrel Nut Zip Zip. That is Squirrel. She is the cat that is the cabin kitty of the lifeboat, named by not only the crew of the lifeboat, but also named by nature as well. God decided to have the cat that I adopt have the same name that everybody voted on, so that the cat literally. You guys chose the name Squirrel, and when I went in there and found this cat, her name was already Squirrel. Hello, Tampa B man. Laura FM. Did you say Laura FM is here? Do you know what? Let me tell you something. I watched Laura FM today on. She was on with Kelly Copter, and it was. First of all, it was just really good stuff, and I love watching the two of them talk. But Laura, number one, I cannot believe how long I went listening to you without hearing an F bomb. I said, Laura is absolutely, I don't know what got into her, but you sounded absolutely and looked absolutely amazing. I'm telling you what, I thought that Laura looks better than I've ever seen. Laura FM is awesome. And you know what? If you've never, and I don't say meet Laura FM because you don't meet Laura FM, you experience Laura FM. For real. Laura FM is a phenomenon. She is she's bigger than life. And I mean that in the greatest sense of the word. She is larger than life. And you know what? You don't meet enough people in life that are larger than life. But Laura is. Miss Dragon, you're not just a housewife with too much time to think. You are a content creator on YouTube. I do too. Snotface, you had to go back and rewatch what I was saying about you? Well, I hope you go back and watch it because it's important and I meant it. Not, you're an amazing person. You really are. And there's no one on the boat, by the way, that doesn't know that. Anyone that's been here for any length of time knows that. You know what? We have a lot of it. There are so many amazing people on the boat right now. Honestly, I've been driving all day and I don't want to shut it down. I got Laura here, right? Mish is here. Miss Dragon's here. I've got hello inappropriate heifers here. Tampa B. I feel really messed up shutting this down. I really do. And hello, extra Chris. Extra spicy Vegemite. Oh Lord. Well, she is an awfully sweet kitty. She really is. Until about 3 o'clock in the morning. When I get up to start getting ready to do the lifeboat, which is about the time that I get up, this cat decides to go into overdrive. And at that point, she's just like, yep, time to get out. That's the deal. I'm going, and it is what it is. So what's happening? I'm exhausted, is what's happening. So what I am going to do, people, is I'm going to shut this puppy down. But I'm going to invite Laura on. We've been talking for so long about getting Laura on here, so I'm going to invite Laura on. I hope to see her on here soon. I'd like to get Cricket on here too, as well. But I'm going to go and tuck myself in. Before I do, I'm going to reach out. I got someone. I'm going to ask someone who has asked me. Do me a favor. You know who you are. Reach out to me. Give me about 3 minutes after I hang up and reach out to me. And the reason is, I'm going to have a difficult time finding exactly where and how. And Tommy is gearing up for warm milk and systroming tomorrow. That's right. I think you got it. I gotta tuck myself in for this. I have to say the meeting, you, Tommy, and Johnny, and Spanks, and David, complete gentlemen. It was the highlight of my day, and I will not forget it. Hey, you know what? It was an honor to meet you and your beautiful wife. I'm astounded. I gotta get out of my office. It's really easy. Honestly, it's really easy to start looking at the awful parts of this, what we do, because you get the blowback and the hate and the drama and all the crap, and you can get really wrapped up in it until you get out and start hugging people, and then you see a completely different side of what we do. And you know what? I prefer the crap out of that side. I really do. That side feels a whole lot better. So I'm going to push that agenda. I really am. I'm pushing it. We're going to do a lot more of getting to know one, and it's going to take on some cool directions here in the very near future. I mean it. So you know who you are. Give me 5 minutes and then reach out to me, please. Everybody else, God bless, and I will be seeing all of you tomorrow morning. I'm Captain Tommy Scoville, and this right here is a cat in a basket. What do you say? You want to say goodnight, squirrel? Who's your good kitty? What do you do? Who likes looking at you upside down? I don't know what it is. Cats love that look where they get upside down and then look at you. He's your good kitty. All right, people. I'm going to go play with the cat, and I will talk to you shortly. You know who you are. God bless and good night.